Hi everyone, it's Louise from A Yarn to Remember. Welcome and thanks for being here. Today I'll be showing you how I created a coloured background for my Erin Condren Life Planner using a stencil and some ink. So let me grab my planner now and show you where I did that, my Erin Condren Life Planner. And this is the week where I did that look. So I did this green and pink, if that's coming through. I know there's some details on top of that, but I color matched the ink that I used to the May color scheme of the planner, and I used a stencil and some ink to create this layered look that you can see here, and I like doing this. Again, this is from my kind of arty side, where I use this look for cards, and when I do some art journaling in my books and things like that. So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of repurposing all of my art supplies for my planner, and I think they look and turn out really great. And most of the things that I do are pretty much experimental, so I'm glad that you guys like them and want to know how I created them. So this is what I'll be showing you today, and let's talk about materials, shall we? So you will need washi tape. You'll need a 5mm thick washi tape to washi the top headings going horizontally here, so that the headings won't get colored in, and also 3mm washi tape vertically in between the days, so that you also don't color in between the days, which is a look that I like, because I like it to be clear and clean. But you are also welcome to not do that step and color in, you know, basically these boxes here and here. So you're also welcome to do that and see how that turns out for you. I've not done that myself. I like this look and having the headings free and clear, and also the in between the days. So that's the look that I like. So I cover them before I do any background work that I need to do for each individual boxes. So we'll need washi tape, you'll need ink, and for this look I actually used the Versamagic Dewdrop chalk inks, which are the best inks to use in your Erin Condren Life Planner, because they don't bleed through if you want to stamp in your planner, and they are a great ink to use. Very versatile, very multi-purpose. So I love using them. And they come in so many colors, and they have this point. To them, which is really great to get details, to ink details on stamps and things like that. So my favorite inks to use for the Erin Condren Life Planner. So we'll be needing inks, and these inks are great too, because they're not overpowering in their coloring. So when you do backgrounds, you still want the details of you know, your appointments to come through and to shine through, and not to be overpowered. And I found that these inks work great for that. So we'll need inks. We will also need stencils, and the ones that I'll be using today is the same one that I used here, which is this stencil that I bought from Michael's. It's an Artist Loft brand, super cheap. I think it's like $5, but I bought it when they had ages ago when they had one of their 50% off sales going on. So I grabbed one of this, and I love it because it's so flexible. It doesn't, you know, it's easy to store, and it's got a lot of different sizes of the circles. So that's the one that I'll be showing you. But you can also, there are so many different types of stencils in various shapes. Like this one here, which has sort of like a hexagon, some stripes, some diamond shapes. So, you know, I haven't tried these ones, and I actually, I think they will work really well if you just wanted to use like the hexagons or the kite shapes. I think that would work really well. So I haven't tried these. There's also different other ones. This one I use a lot for card making because it's a good size to color in for a card, so a full card. So it just has the one design, which is just kind of diagonal lines going one way and the other way. So these ones I think are from Hero Arts, and I probably bought this from Joann's. I have seen Heidi Swap have stencils as well, and also lots of brands that you can buy stencils from. So you'll need those, and for this purpose I'll be using the circles to show you this look. You'll also need dabbers, and I think they're called ink blending tools here in the US. So here are a couple from the Ranger brand. Let me put some little pads on these. I have a few of these, and I usually use one specific one for a color or a range of colors, like a family of colors. So if, you know, I have pink in various colors, I would just use one. So these, you can use these. You can use something like this, where you can use the foam in this. The one that I used for this week, where I did this, was these ones, which I bought from the art section from Michael's. So I've found that these ones work the best because I'm able to really put as much pressure as I want on this, and how much ink or how much ink that I wanted to put down and use on the paper. So I found that this is very flexible and easier for me to use in this instance. So that's what I'll be using today. You're welcome to use any type of ink blending tools that you have lying around. For this purpose, we will be using this one. Okay, so that's pretty much it that you'll need. Let me flick to the page where I'll be showing you this, and I'll be starting next month, and I'll decorate it part way and then finish up later on, just so this video won't be too long. And I wanted to show you guys a hack that is known to the planner community, and that's to create 3mm washi strips to go in between your days. So I wanted to show you guys that. So, you know, for those of you who don't have 3mm washi and want to sort of cordon off this section so that you can with this hack, because I know 3mm washi is really hard to find. They're not readily available in you know, the generic shops, and they're expensive. So, you know, to use it in this purpose where you're not actually keeping the washi on your pages and the design of it is really wasteful the way. But, you know, I have a few of these washi designs that I had bought from a group, and they're pretty plain, so I am happy to use them in this way. So I'll show you quickly how to create washi, 3mm washi strips, using a ruler, so my Erin Condren ruler, and also some sort of cutting tool, like an X-Acto. I actually can't find my X-Acto, so I'll just use this for the moment, and I've used it before, so I know it works. So I've already part way covered this, but I wanted to show you this quickly, so you can use it as well when you have the chance to. So I would just cover one side, the where you want it to cover, and I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the washi at all to put it down, because I don't want it to adhere to the page too much, because I'll be peeling it off. So in this, I wanted to show you this. This is the 5mm washi that I used to cover the headings. And it's clear enough, or thin enough, and non-patterned that I can see where I need to cut, where that line finishes for the next day. So I just need to line up my ruler on those two ends, and I am going to use my knife and just really lightly score that washi. And it's really thin that you can really, you know, be that you can do this. So hopefully I can feel that that's all right. And so, as you can see, instant 3mm washi. I'm wondering if I can, this is probably not thin enough. Yeah, oh, sorry, it's too thin to use, but I've already laid one out anyway. So that's a hack that is known to the planner community, and I'm happy to share it here with you guys. Hopefully that comes in handy. And I am just laying down more washi to cover the headings. And again, I'm not putting a lot of pressure as I'm laying this out, because I don't want it to stick and adhere too much, so that it'll be easier to pull off. So when you're laying down your washi, don't do this too far in advance, because the longer you keep it on, the more it adheres to the page, and the more harder it is to pull off, basically. So, and I will just lay one across. Actually, no, I'll use a piece of paper for that. All right, so here is my page, all ready and prepped for our stenciling. And I'm just going to put a couple of pieces of paper across here so that I don't have to watch the edges. And this is an old, used up Avery label that's repositionable. And I usually keep these even though the labels are used on it, but I like to actually use up the edges of it because it's also repositionable. And in this instance, it's the easiest to pull off. So I'm just reusing this. Waste not, right? So, okay, so that's one. And then let's put one over. I love this label. They're so easy to use. You can stamp them. And they work and fit great in the Erin Condren boxes. All right, so here we are, already in prepped. All right, so hold on, let me just fix this up so it's not curling over the coil. Okay, here we are. So the stencil that we'll use, and as where I've just kind of colored the circles on the pages and then overlap some of them to create like a darker color here. So they look really nice. See here how it's overlapping the green, the pink that I had done overlapped the green, and it's created this nice blended color. which looks really cool. So let's get started. All right, so I usually make sure that you don't color over the washi tape. And I actually like doing offsetting. So this circle will cover almost onto the top of this washi. And when I peel it off, it's only going to be it's going to take part of it off because it's colored on top of the washi. And then here it's going to leave this area blank because it's got washi underneath it, and then it's going to color this side. So it's going to look like it's a disjointed circle, not a complete circle. And I really love that look. And I do it a lot when I do cards and things like that. So, all right. I'm going to also color scheme, and I think I'll use the red brick for this kind of orangey color here, and also for the blue, let's do, I'm thinking this turquoise should go well, and I'll see how dark that looks. So I would open up both inks so you can just quickly dab on, and I'm just going to use opposite ends of this dabber blending tool. Not much of a tool, not very fancy, I should say. And as I lay this out, I have to be careful about coloring the other circles that I don't really want to color, so you need to watch out for that too. All right, so let's get started. And okay, sorry, I just wanted to check at that color. Looks really dark. All right. So you're just going around in circles on the edges and in the middle, not particularly darkening or putting pressure and color on any particular area. And as you blend, the color will start to look uniform. And oh, and I colored a little bit there, which is and a little bit there. So just be careful when you're using the stencils to try not to color over the stencil if you don't want it to. But that's fine too. I can color that side in and then overlap it with another color. So I use the turquoise on this one. You can go as dark or as light as you want. So just color around the stencil, inside the stencil. That one's a little bit darker, but just keep rubbing around it until it blends. Let's color this one in. This little one over here. What else? Okay, I might leave that for now. And you know what? I'm going to color these because I had already rubbed color on them. And that's fine. So again, be careful when you're doing the circles. And luckily I've got that overlay there. Okay, so then maybe just turn it upside down and do big swatches of other color here. So as you can see, it's starting to overlap other circles. Oh, and I used the wrong color on there. Hold on. Let me use that red on here, on this one. As you can see, it's starting to come through. Do a couple of colors here. then this blue. Let's do this one here. So this is pretty much how I did it, and you can be as intentional as you want or not intentional at all, as I'm doing, and pattern it any way that you want. So let's get some really big. Let's put a You can also cover as much of the page as you want, or as, you know, I actually liked having some white edges. Like here, I probably won't go over that much. So, and you can, if you want to, or not do that. So let's do big. Okay, so I think you guys are getting the point and how I created these. So let me just do another nice big one here. What color should I do? Okay, so, and as you cover the same color, like right here, it becomes darker, and then it creates another layered look, which looks really cool. I'm happy with that. All right, so I may go over this again, but you guys get the drift, and let me pull these off. And the great thing about these labels, they're repositionable, so they're so sweet and easy to take off. All right, let's get these off. When you're peeling the washi tape off, depending on how you've laid them down, just be careful peeling them off, because they are they get sticky and they will pull up some of the paper underneath, so just watch out for that. Alrighty, this is the 3, and like right there, that's coming off a little bit, so I will pull very, very slowly on this end. So just make sure you are very careful when you peel it off. Okay, this is the side where I had cut, and as you can see, and when you try it, maybe you can try it on a page that is old first if you're not confident about not cutting the paper through. But the Erin Condren paper is it's not thin, so you should be able to score that thin washi tape pretty well and cut it. All right, you guys, so here is that look. And you know, in some places these are very dark, so choose your colors wisely. And I like using these because I can put as much pressure or as little pressure as I want to create a darker or lighter look. Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and thanks for your support. You guys are more than welcome to comment below to ask me a question, or on my email at yarn2remember@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at yarn2remember. So I will catch you guys next time. Happy planning. Bye.